Hey, everybody, welcome back. We are live. Once again, Mike Phillips filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden on Fire Your MD Now Radio. It is Friday, August 15th, and it has been a great 7 days. This will be my 7th day in a row doing the show, and I'm very thankful for all of you hanging in here until Dr. Glidden gets back. We've had some great calls. I had a really good time hosting the show a couple times with Mark Denning over the last little while there. We've already got calls on the board. We got Josh in Montana. We got Dave in the thumb, my buddy Dave, Steve in New York, and we're going to get to every single one of you. First of all, I want to give a little tribute to Robin Williams. I was a big fan when I was a kid, and I was going over some of his material, and I found this monologue from the movie Patch Adams, and it actually pertains to the subject matter that we have on this show in a big way. So before we take any calls, let's give this a listen. Roll that clip. And we got no clip. There must have been some kind of technical difficulty at GCN. That's okay. They're going to let me know when it's good to go. In the meantime, let's go straight over to Josh in Montana. Josh, how you doing?
Good.
Good. Josh, what's on your mind?
Well, I'm looking for a cure for my 12-week-old. He's diagnosed with cystic fibrosis.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if Dr. Peter Glidden could help me.
Yeah, you know what? Dr. Glidden could help you, and the only reason Dr. Glidden would be able to help you is because of the work of Dr. Wallach, and I am familiar with that because here's the deal. Early on in Dr. Wallach's career, he was able to find the cause, prevention, and cure of cystic fibrosis in monkeys, and it turns out it's just a simple selenium deficiency, okay? So, you know, when Dr. Wallach was able to find a way to beat cystic fibrosis, he was promptly fired and blackballed. He got a hold of Jerry Lewis at the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, and because he wanted him to be able to make the announcement, and they fired Jerry Lewis. So somebody out there doesn't want you to know about this, Josh, but you know what? That's where we come in. So this is a very young boy, right? And if 12 weeks old, yeah. Now, what I would do if it was me, Josh, is I would order up a bottle of plant-derived minerals, okay? That's plant-derived minerals. And what I would do is I would very slowly give this child about a half an ounce a day. That's what I would do. Half an ounce per day, very slowly over the day, and it's not going to hurt your child, okay? What it's going to do, it's going to give him necessary minerals in order for his body to grow correctly and give his lungs the strength that they need, okay? So that's my opinion on the matter, and that is backed up by the work of Dr. Joel Wallach. And if you go that route, I don't think you can lose because, like I said, that's one of the very first things that Dr. Wallach even discovered was how to beat cystic fibrosis. So, you know, there was no need for your son to ever have it in the first place, but you have the current medical system to thank for that. All right, Josh?
Yes. How about could you use a good fish oil?
Yeah, you could use a fish oil. Here's the deal. We've got EFA Plus, right? And that's all of your amino and fatty acids in an oil. And if you were to get some of those and put them in, that will help with the lung function. Mm-hmm. And what you're going to do with that, he's only 12 weeks old, so you would want to put just a little, you're obviously not going to give him a capsule, right? So what you would do is pop that with a pin and put just a little bit in his formula, about a capsule or so, all right? And that will definitely help with any discomfort in his lungs. I had bad lungs for years, Josh, and I started taking about 15 EFAs a day, and the difference in my lungs has been immeasurable, as well as the selenium and the 90 for life. But as far as your son goes, yeah, one EFA capsule in a formula a day and half an ounce of plant-derived minerals very slowly over the course of the day. All right, Josh, got any more questions?
Okay, is that the same stuff as selenium, or is he too young for selenium?
Well, I think he'd be all right with it, but you see, here's the thing. The amount of selenium you get in the plant-derived minerals, along with the other minerals, would be a big boost to him. And the selenium, I would hold off on that. You could give him, say, half a cap a day or something, but I would just go ahead with the plant-derived minerals because then you're getting so much more. Make sense, Josh?
Yeah, so give him a half an ounce per day.
Half an ounce per day, yeah. And I'm going to actually keep in touch with the show. All right, I want you to call back. Dr. Glidden's going to be back on Monday. And just watch your son, see how he's doing, and keep in touch with the show. All right, my friend?
Okay.
All right, we're going to let you go. And now, before we go over to Dave and the Thumb and Steve in New York, we've got that clip ready. This is Robin Williams from the movie Patch Adams. Roll the clip.
You've been accused of practicing medicine without a license. It's a very grave charge, son. Are you aware that it's unlawful to practice medicine without a medical license?
Yes, sir, I am.
Are you aware that running a medical clinic without the proper licensing can place both you and the public in a great deal of danger?
Is a home a clinic, sir?
If you are admitting patients and treating them, physical location is irrelevant.
Yes, sir. Will you define treatment for me?
Yes, treatment would be defined as the care of a patient seeking medical attention. Have you been treating patients, Mr. Adams?
Well, sir, I live with several people. They come and go as they please. I offer them whatever help I can.
Mr. Adams, have you or have you not been treating patients at your ranch?
Everyone who comes to the ranch is a patient, yes. And every person who comes to the ranch is also a doctor.
I'm sorry.
Every person who comes to the ranch is in need of some form of physical or mental help. They're patients. But also every person who comes to the ranch is in charge of taking care of someone else. Whether it's cooking for them, cleaning them, or even a simple task as listening. That makes them doctors. I use that term broadly, gentlemen, but is not a doctor someone who helps someone else? When did the term doctor get treated with such reverence as, oh, right this way, Dr. Smith, or, excuse me, Dr. Scholes, what wonderful foot pads, or, pardon me, Dr. Patterson, but your flatulence has no odor. At what point in history did a doctor become more than a trusted and learned friend who visited and treated the ill? Now, you ask me if I've been practicing medicine. Well, if this means opening your door to those in need, those in pain, caring for them, listening to them, applying a cold cloth until a fever breaks. If this is practicing medicine, if this is treating a patient, then I am guilty as charged, sir.
Did you consider the ramifications of your actions? What if one of your patients had died?
What's wrong with death, sir? What are we so mortally afraid of? Why can't we treat death with a certain amount of humanity and dignity and decency and, God forbid, maybe even humor? Death is not the enemy, gentlemen. If we're going to fight a disease, let's fight one of the most terrible diseases of all, indifference. Now, I've sat in your schools and heard people lecture on transference and professional distance. Transference is inevitable, sir. Every human being has an impact on another. Why don't we want that in a patient-doctor relationship? That's why I've listened to your teachings, and I believe they're wrong. A doctor's mission should be not just to prevent death, but also to improve the quality of life. That's why you treat a disease, you win, you lose. You treat a person, I guarantee you'll win.
Very interesting little monologue by Robin Williams playing Patch Adams. You don't treat disease, you treat people. And doctors are supposed to be your friend instead of some Moses on the mountain, almighty, aloof jerk. Let's go over to Dave and the Thumb. How you doing, Dave?
Hey, this is Dave is my best friend. My name is Bullseye. I'm in Texas. He told me to tell you that.
Bullseye in Texas, you're doing all right if Dave's your friend. He's a friend of mine, too, and he's a longtime friend of the show. So how's it going there, Bullseye?
Pretty good. He's a longtime friend of mine, too. We lived together right next door to each other since 4 years old all the way up. So anyway,
well, I'm guessing you guys got in a lot of trouble together.
We won't talk about that today. We're going to talk about my daughter.
Okay, yep. Let's talk about your daughter, Bullseye.
All right. I called the show back in, I believe, May, and she was having problems conceiving. And, well, long story short there is she has conceived. She's 10 weeks pregnant now.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir. So
you know
Dr. Glidden got another one under his belt.
There's an old saying in longevity that Dr. Wallach's gotten more women in America pregnant than anybody else, because when people are having a problem conceiving and bearing a child, it's a mineral deficiency. I mean, there's a huge portion of our bodies that are solely put together just to procreate, and it's a big part of life. And you know what? Congratulations there, Grandpa.
Well, thank you. It's our first one. Now, here's her question.
Yeah.
She's afraid now that she's pregnant that she's going to take too many vitamins. What should she be doing now? If it was your daughter, what would you recommend that she take?
Well, I'll tell you what. How much does she weigh?
I think about $140. About $140 now.
Okay, you know what? If she was my daughter, I would absolutely keep her on the program. Here's the deal. Her body is building a baby, okay? Yeah. Now, the building materials have got to come from somewhere, and I'm going to get into how to replace them in amounts. I hear the music. That means we've got a break. Bullseye, stay right where you're at. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Fire Your MD Now Radio. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. The call-in line is 1-844-374-5433, and you can reach me at mike@teamglidden.ca. Now, before the break, we were talking to Bullseye in Texas, and it would seem that his daughter went and got herself all nutrified, and now Bullseye's going to be a proud granddaddy. And his question was whether or not she should be taking too many vitamins, minerals, and amino and fatty acids. And my answer when it comes to prenatal, nutrition is absolutely essential. So at your daughter's, she said she was about 140 pounds there, Bullseye?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I would have her on at least a Healthy Start Pack and a bottle or two of plant-derived minerals. Now, when women are pregnant and they get all those crazy cravings, I've heard them talk like pickles and ice cream. I've heard, you know what I'm talking about? And
yes, sir,
I've also heard them talk about actually going in the backyard and eating dirt while they're pregnant. I've heard them say it. Now, what they are craving is minerals, okay? They are craving minerals because that baby is leaching minerals from their body, and if you keep her on the program, that baby will be born free of any physical deformities or any kind of ill health effects that could haunt it the rest of its life. And Dr. Wallach proved that early on. So, you know what? Healthy Start Pack, 2 bottles of plant-derived minerals, and she will have the best pregnancy possible, and the delivery will go smooth as silk. I almost guarantee it, Bullseye. How's that sound to you?
That sounds fantastic. I do have one question that she had a question.
Sure.
The Army doctors have given her their pharmaceutical prenatals. What would you do with those?
If it were me?
Yes, sir.
They would be screaming along down a sewer pipe.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but I don't want to poison the system. I think alfalfa, yes. Disposal is appropriate.
Right. If you've got like a burn barrel or something. That's what I would do. I can't actually prescribe anything, but I know that she's not suffering a drug deficiency. She doesn't have, the baby doesn't need drugs in order to form properly. It needs vitamins, minerals, and amino and fatty acids, the lion's share of which are minerals. Okay, my friend?
Yes, sir.
And you can take that to the bank. Tell Dave Mike said hi.
Will do. I'm sure he's probably listening.
He probably is. He's a good man. All right, you take care, Bullseye. Thanks for calling.
Thank you, sir.
All right, bye-bye. Okay, that was Bullseye in Texas, and interesting call. His daughter couldn't get pregnant, got on the 90 for life, and look at that. Bullseye's a proud grandpappy. Let's go over to Steve in New York. Steve, how you doing?
Great. Hi, can you hear me?
I hear you just fine, Steve. What's on your mind today?
Okay, well, I just want to shout out that about 2.5 years ago, I met Dr. Glidden in Elmira here. I took my sister to him because she was a year younger than I was, but suffering from a lot of health problems and on about 23 different medications.
Wow.
And after speaking with Dr. Glidden, she got on the protocol, and she got off 20 of her 23 medications, and she got off her CPAP machine.
Uh-huh.
And when she turned it back into the people at the store, they said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I don't need it anymore." I go, "Well, that's impossible." She goes, "No, I don't. My husband says I'm not." Well, basically, she got it because, your bed partner usually is the one that's worried about you.
Yeah, that's,
anyway.
I've heard Glidden talk about that. There's nobody that's ever actually died from it. It's just something that the person next to you is more worried than anything.
But her sleeping patterns went into a normal sleep pattern and normal breathing. So I just thought that was great because I feel sorry for anybody who's strapped to a CPAP, and there may be an answer out there just based upon Dr. Wallach's work.
That would be the most uncomfortable way to sleep with an oxygen mask on.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So what happened was, I felt sorry for her because, we told her to go weed-free, and I was one of these guys, 6'2", 240. I wanted my burger, my steaks, and everything wrapped up. And Dr. Glidden looked at me and he says, put them between two pieces of lettuce, you'll get used to it. So I began to follow the protocol with her, and I did drop. I went from 240 to 210 in about 3 months. I couldn't believe it because I was losing my cravings, and I started making better.
That's some awesome weight loss. Steve, I got to put you on hold. I hear the music. It was a short segment. We've got a long one coming up, so we'll get back to you on the other side. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We're going to go back to Steve in New York, Eugene in Florida, Veneta in Illinois, and Madru in CA after this. Hey, we're back live. Mike Phillip filling in once again for Dr. Peter Glidden. And before the break, we were talking to Steve in New York, and Steve has had some great things happen in his life and in his wife's life. He was talking about the great weight loss goals he achieved a little while back here, and I just want to let Steve go right on ahead with his story. Go on, my friend.
Okay, well, what's happened maybe about 2 months ago, as I really buckled into the 10 foods that we don't want to be eating and stuff, and start eating more like an Oriental, and but I began to get low energy, and I'm the type of guy that usually 6 or 7 hours is perfect for me. 8, I felt like I was in a stupor for a while when I woke up. Now I've gone to 12 hours of sleep. I can literally go home at 6 o'clock and sleep until the morning. And I have no aches or pains. I have no vision problem. I stopped in at a drugstore and had my blood pressure done. It was 110/70. And I seem to sweat at night when I'm sleeping, even with the windows open. Like I said, if it's 70 degrees, I feel cold, but I don't have shakes. And in night, I just wake up and my pillows are soaked. I've never really experienced anything like this, and I'm just wondering if anybody knows what's going on.
What are you taking?
I'm taking 2 Healthy Start Packs, Immortalium, Ultimate Dailies, and I do Colloidal Silver about every week.
Okay, how many of them Ultimate Dailies are you taking, Steve?
I'm taking 8 a day.
8 a day, okay, and you're doing 2 Healthy Start Packs, which would be appropriate for 200 pounds. Here's what I want you to do. I'm going to go a little bit outside of longevity, but I want you also, for the blood pressure issue, I want you to add 1 bottle of Beyond OsteoFX liquid, okay? So we're going to up your calcium, all right?
Okay.
Now, for the energy loss, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go over to Infowars.com. Are you familiar with Alex Jones?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to order up the Super Male Vitality, okay? That's what you're going to try, the Super Male Vitality. All right? And it's inexpensive, and that should give you a real kick. energy-wise, all right? And the Ultimate Dailies at 8 a day, you're doing good there. I want you to up your calcium. I've seen, I've mentioned on the show before, my wife had stage 1 hypertension. Her blood pressure was so high, and she was getting fainting spells and dizzy. And we doubled her calcium, and the moment we did that, her blood pressure normalized in 4 days. 4 days. And she hasn't had a problem with it since. Just once she got on top of it. So I want you to try that Super Male Vitality from InfoWars. That's an herbal remedy, and that'll be a quick fix, but you shouldn't have to take that forever, okay?
Great.
Now, that should give you a kick. Now, I'm just going to go back a little bit with my own story. I went through a period of time where I was on the couch for like 2 weeks straight. I had blood in my stool. I hate to be gross, but I was in really, really bad shape. Mind you, I was partying hard, playing in a rock band and bars all the time. But after I got on longevity, I experienced a major shift in energy. It went up, but then I went through a period after a little while where I found myself sleeping more. And that only lasted a couple months, but it seemed like my body was going through phases as things were correcting. So, double up on the calcium, all right, or just get an extra bottle if you can. And are you taking the OsteoFX before you go to bed, Steve?
No, I'm not. I'm taking Cal Mag. I just got some from the Biometrics.
Okay, I want you to switch over to the Beyond OsteoFX liquid, and I want you to take 1 ounce of it before you go to bed, and I want you to take that with orange juice, okay? Because the acidity in the orange juice will help it absorb better, and that should help your sleep right there. Sound good?
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, try that out, Steve, and keep in touch with the show. And I want to hear back from you whether you get good results or none at all so that we can try something else. But I think that will be the icing on the cake for you, my friend.
All right. Thank you.
All right, Steve, have a great day. We're going to jump over to Eugene in Florida. How you doing, Eugene? Hello, Eugene.
Yes. Hello?
Hi. You're on the air.
How are you?
I'm doing really good. I feel good all the time, and I love doing this radio show. Did I mention I have a professional singer-songwriter recording artist here in studio, and he's going to be performing one of the songs on his new CD in the second hour of this show, so everybody stick around for that. That's my little Friday treat. What's on your mind today, Eugene?
Yes, I'm having a kind of a problem trying to balance myself out. I'm like, right now I got they told me I just got out of the hospital because I just went into full kidney failure, but it's because I dehydrated myself really bad.
Okay.
But I got 10% to 15% of my heart pumpation.
Wow.
I got diabetes, and my blood pressure has been level for the last 6 or 7 months, but it can go up and down. That fluctuates too.
Are you on medication for that?
I'm on, I was on a total of 12 different medications, but I went down to 6 now because I lost a lot of weight over the year or two. I lost over 100 pounds in weight-wise.
What are you at right now?
I'm right now, the last time they weighed me today was at 189.
Okay.
And I was over 300 pounds in my life.
Wow.
Just a couple of years ago. But I'm trying to balance myself out. I try to eat the right fruits, right greens, and I'm trying to eliminate all my medications if I can help it, because I think that's one of the biggest issues, my medications. Because I'm finding out they put me on one medication, then I have, to go on another one to take care of the effects of that one. That's the same old story. That's the same old story, Eugene. I hear it all the time. Are you on any longevity products right now, Eugene? And right now, I take calcium pills, I take a blood pressure pill, and I take a water pill to make me not the whole fluid on my body. It's a... I'm trying to find the bottle right here.
Yeah. Okay, how did you find out about this show, Eugene?
My friend in Texas texted me your number and said you were having one, and he said to call in, and you could probably give me some guidance of some.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Have you got a pen?
Yes, sir.
All right, here's what I want you to do, Eugene. I want you to get 2 healthy brain and heart packs. 2 healthy brain and heart packs, okay?
Brain? You said brain or grain?
Brain, B-R-A-I-N.
Okay, brain and heart.
Yep. Healthy brain and heart packs. Now, along with those, I want you to get a bottle of Ultimate Daily capsules, Ultimate Dailies, okay? And that is going to be for the strength of healthy structure and function of your kidneys, your circulatory system, and your heart. Now, with those 2 healthy brain and heart packs, there's going to be a few different products, okay? There's going to be a bottle of OsteoFX, Beyond OsteoFX. I want you to take 2 ounces per day, all right? 2 ounces of OsteoFX. I want you to... Osteo, O-S-T-E-O, F-X. 2 ounces a day. Okay, and then there's going to be a can of what's called Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Just write down BTT. Okay, BTT, Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And you're going to take 4 scoops of that per day. All right, 4 scoops of BTT. Now, also with the brain and heart pack, there's a couple of bottles of what's called Ultimate Selenium. You're going to be taking 6 Ultimate Selenium per day. All right? Now, also, you're going to get a bottle of what's called Cell Shield RTQ. Just write down RTQ. That stands for resveratrol tamaric quercetin, RTQ. You're going to take 4 of those per day. All right? And that is going to help with inflammation and fighting free radical damage in your body. All right? Now, the Ultimate Dailies, I would like to see you taking 6 per day. 6 per day. You're also going to have 2 bottles with those packs, 1 in each pack of EFA. You're going to take 6 EFAs per day. All right, Eugene? Now also,
yes, sir.
Eugene, I want you to go over to fireyourmdnow.com. That's Dr. Glidden's website, all right?
What was that?
fireyourmdnow.com. The name of the radio show, fireyourmdnow.com, and you can register there, and Dr. Glidden will send you a list of 10 foods that you should never eat. Now, if you follow this, Eugene, your body will start working in ways that you never imagined, and then you're going to have to monitor your blood pressure, which you probably already do, and really keep an eye on things. Okay, and once your numbers start improving, you can start weaning yourself off the medication, and you can talk to your pharmacist about the best way to do that. Now, Eugene, get back in touch with the person that gave you the number of this show, and tell them what we recommended to you, and they will help you get the products. They'll help you get them at cost with free shipping. How does that sound, Eugene?
That sounds great.
All right, so you do that and keep in touch with the show. We want to hear from you. And you can also contact me if you have any questions about how to take the product at mike@teamglidden.ca. A lot of my day is taken up answering emails. But I don't mind because I like seeing people get better. Eugene, I'm going to let you go unless you have any further questions.
No, sir, I appreciate it. I'm going to try this, and I'll keep in touch, and I'll speak to the person and give me the info to call you.
Thanks for calling, Eugene. We appreciate it. Take care, my friend. All right. So, we are going to now go over to Vanita in Illinois. Vanita has been waiting 35 minutes. We appreciate you, Vanita. How you doing? Hello, Vanita. Going once. Going twice. And we got to let you go, Vanita. Sorry, but I couldn't hear you there. Maybe there was some phone problems or whatever the case might be. Let's go over to, I think it's Madru in California. Are you there?
Hi.
Hi. You know what? I just introduced you and the music started. I got to keep a better eye on my clock, but I'm going to put you on hold until after this commercial break. Can you hang on?
Sure.
Great. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be back after this. Welcome back. We're live. Now, before the break, we were going to talk to Mabru, I believe, in California. Am I pronouncing your name correctly?
It's Madru. M-A-D-R-E-W. That's okay.
Yeah, you're a regular caller, and I thought it was you, but I just wasn't sure because the spelling was wrong, and if I ever run into my board operator, he's in trouble. You hear me, John? How you doing, Madru?
I'm doing fine. Dr. Wallach's going to be out here next week. We've got him at 3 locations. I'm so happy. And, you know, it's just about planting seeds to people and whoever wants to step up, you know. But anyway, I have an issue. I have my brother. He's got what they call plantar fasciitis.
Plantar fasciitis, yeah.
Yeah, and he also is on 3 blood pressure medications. Now, he gets upset with me because he says all I do is breathe and live longevity because I don't want my family sick.
You're one of those too. I'm the same way. So he I was supposed to get him on the line, but he's not there. But he's going to go back and listen to this. So I want you to spell it out what he needs. Okay, how much does your brother weigh, Madru?
He's about 5'3". He's about 140.
140.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and he's got high blood pressure.
Yeah, but he also has that plantar fasciitis. He had some kind of surgery on his foot where they went into the bone and they removed from his bottom of his feet some I guess bone or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's really having a lot of pain and everything like that. Because I told him, you know, he needs to rebuild the ligaments and the tendons and all that. But
yeah, it's about the connective tissue in the bottom of the foot there. Absolutely. So,
yeah.
Madru's brother, first of all, you need to listen to Madru because this lady has helped more people get their health back than any doctor you probably visited. I don't know exact situation, but I'm guessing that's the case. So number 1, listen to Madru. Number 2, high blood pressure is actually very easy to beat. I was just talking to another caller here, and my wife had stage 1 hypertension, and we were able to normalize her blood pressure in about 4 days. Now, if I had taken her to the doctor for that issue, she'd have been put on a statin blood thinner, and she would have been on these drugs for the rest of her life, which might not be very long because these drugs actually hurt people and have a tendency to cause type 2 diabetes at the same time. So, name of this show is Fire Your MD Now. You need to fire your MD now. And if you're on these cholesterol-lowering statin blood thinners, I personally would throw them in the toilet with extreme prejudice. Now, Madru has probably talked to you, but you being 140 pounds, you're going to need 1 healthy brain and heart pack, and I would add into that an extra bottle of Beyond OsteoFX liquid. Also, to rebuild the connective tissue in your foot to get over the plantar fasciitis, I would also add into that 1 bottle of liquid glucogel plus, and that is going to help you out in several different ways. It's chock full of antioxidants, which is going to fight free radical damage in your body. And Madru will help you with the dosages of the products in that pack, but I want you to double up on the calcium. I want you to take the extra glucogel plus, and also we're going to add to that order a bottle of Ultimate Dailies, and that will aid in the healthy function and structure of your heart and your circulatory system. You just can't go wrong, Madrew's brother. You need to listen up, because this is a revolution in health, and what it is people taking it back into their own hands and throwing away the drugs and dangerous surgeries, because, you know, it's just not the way to go. It doesn't work. It's old-fashioned. I mean, it's kind of like when they used to measure the distance between people's eyes to see how intelligent they were. You know what I mean? So it's outdated. Madrew's got the key. You take the things that I said here and listen to your sister, and everything should be okay. Madrew, I hear the music. That means we're at the end of this segment. I thank you so much for all of your work and being a friend of the show. Madrew, we're going to let you go. And, yeah, thank you. Imogen in New Jersey and the other caller we got online, stay where you're at, and we'll talk to you after this network break. Mike Phillips filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be back after this.